Lord have mercy, 2,300. We just hit the airways. Welcome to the Frog News Network. I'm Doug Cusman, and that's Mike Penny right there.
Hey.
Where are y'all watching us from live on the Doug and Mike show tonight? All right. Where y'all watching us from tonight? Texas in the house, Mike?
Wow. Doug, send a little bit of link. I'll call them out. Okay.
Yeah, somebody said she got big news.
Big news. That's right. Irving, Texas in the house. Cleveland, Ohio in Canada, Louisiana, and Minnesota. Every one of you, welcome. Germantown, Maryland in the house. Illinois in the house. Seabus, Ohio in the house. Antares. I'm not sure where that's from, but welcome.
Link set a little bit.
All right. Slidell, Louisiana. You're welcome. You're live with Doug and Mike on the Frog News Network.
Hagerstown, New Maryland, and Florida. Welcome to the show.
Louisiana.
Springfield, Tennessee.
New Jersey and Richmond, Virginia. Welcome.
Oklahoma in the house.
Tulsa, Oklahoma at that.
Yeah, another one.
Holly Wanda loves Trump, loves 45.
Alabama in the house. Can y'all feel it? I can feel it.
I can feel it. The Mean Green Frog Machine. Greetings from
God
Arizona.
is blessing us.
Amen.
And I'm like 70% better today than yesterday.
Western North Carolina.
God can heal you. Never took a pain pill. Michigan.
Statesville, North Carolina. Wake Forest, North Carolina.
Texas in the house. Oklahoma again. The show me state. Is that Oklahoma?
That is Oklahoma. No, that's Missouri.
That's Missouri. I'm sorry. Kentucky.
Clayton, North Carolina, and Clinton,
Orange
Arkansas.
Park, Florida in the house.
Headland, Alabama, and Indiana in the house.
Northern Michigan in the house.
We got Peter from Mar-a-Lago, right from the Winter White House himself.
Yeah, right from the horse's mouth. There we go. California in the house. Welcome to the red state of California.
That's right. Red state, California, southeastern Wisconsin in the house.
Stanford, Virginia, Mobile, Alabama, California. Go ahead, Mike.
Vancouver, Canada, and North Kakalaki.
Nashville,
and
Tennessee. Go ahead.
Branton, Florida.
Massachusetts in the house.
Tucson City, California.
Oklahoma's showing out tonight, man.
Yeah.
Another Oklahoma. Oh, my goodness. Something about to happen in Oklahoma.
See, West California.
Wyoming in the house. You know what's going to happen there, don't you?
Frogs are multiplying, sir.
Hazeltown, Pennsylvania. Been there many times. Pennsylvania representing.
Illinois in the house.
UK. Welcome to the show, mate.
North Carolina popping in, showing up tonight.
Missouri in the house. Tennessee, Froggy Country.
Sweet.
How y'all like the new T-shirts?
Montreal, Quebec. Royce City, Texas. Lake City, Florida. Ontario, Canada.
Alaska. Can y'all see Russia from there? Winter Haven, Florida in the house. You're live with Mike and Doug.
Oh, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Heartland, Florida in the house.
Acadia. Where's that at, I wonder?
Columbus, Georgia. Georgia Peaches in the house. Keenly, North Carolina. Is there a racetrack there? Because I think I've been there.
Keenly, North Carolina, Southern National Speedway.
Yep, we went there one time. Seemed like they were racing uphill. Toronto in the house.
Pensacola, Florida.
I can't pronounce it. California.
Friendswood, Texas, and Arizona in the house.
Yes, in Dublin, Virginia. Is that Irish?
Grosse Teat, Louisiana. Connecticut in the house. The basement from D.C.
The Villages, Florida.
Maricopa County, Arizona.
You keep your eyes open out there now. There's going to be some big things coming out of there tomorrow. Central Kentucky.
Flat Rock,
Australia.
Alabama.
Hold on, where'd that one go? Australia. It went by too fast. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Ottawa.
He's joining us live from the Indianapolis 500, Indiana.
Eastern Shore, Virginia. Salina, Kansas.
Mount Holly, North Carolina in the house. Pensacola, Florida.
Hill, North Carolina. Fairbrook, California. Bronx in the house. Hey, forget about it. I'm from your mom's house. Oh, don't be getting nasty in the chat now. Hello from Phoenix, Arizona. Because we'll throw your ass out in a minute. We got some beasts in here. Hawaii.
Lillington, North Carolina, Greenwood, LA.
Greenwood. All right, let's get a few more in here. We got a big show, a really big show tonight. I feel
Palm
like this,
Beach, Florida.
I feel like this week will go down in history. How's that? Montana in the house.
Chico, California.
All right. Let's get a little bit on. She's got breaking news.
All right, we're gonna start a couple minutes early. A little bit. Let her rip.
She wasn't ready. Did you see that? I caught her off guard.
You did. I was about to go get my water, but okay.
You go ahead and get it. We'll wait for you.
All right. Yeah, give me just a minute.
Okay. Yeah, guys. There's two things I heard today, and Mike heard them too. That we're going to show, and I'm going to play the videos for you on that are very, very to what's going to happen this week in DC. And I think you'll be amazed to know what's going to happen. And here, I'll give you one of the teasers that Edney mentioned to Mike earlier. All the actors have been given their end date that are playing Biden. How's that? Then we'll go from there. Go ahead. Their part in the movie's over, coming up real shortly. They've been given their end dates. Go ahead. What you got, girl?
Okay. Well, it's really not like breaking news. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying this yet, to be quite honest with you. I kind of gave Mike a little bit of a teaser, but let me just. You caught me off guard a little bit, so let me get my act together here.
Yeah, settle in there. Reset yourself.
I got my lips on tonight.
Oh, baby.
Now let's behave.
No, that's not that kind of show.
Okay, so there might be another show happening in the very near future with some different information coming up.
Wow, are you saying you're going off on your own?
I'm not saying nothing.
You are leaving the Frox.
No, I'm
we
not.
have you under contract. Hold on, I'm getting in touch with my lawyer.
No, I'm not leaving you. So let me just put it. There are some things in the works with two other individuals. Obviously, I do not have the type of intel or anything like you guys have regarding the current situation with the things that we talk about here, but to put a spin on it and combine it with some other things, with some things that will be happening potentially in the future, what we know as far as the med beds, as far as healing, as far as pulling together some resources from the patriotic standpoint, from a nutritional standpoint, from an
that's a very smart thing to do.
From an ask the doctor standpoint, that's a hint.
I absolutely think that's fabulous.
Guys, I really think that people like what she's talking about in ourselves and the Gene D codes and the Christian W's, we are literally the news now. I mean, a lot of us are pulling down major numbers versus the mainstream media now. Okay.
Absolutely.
And it's not, I'm not telling y'all this to brag about you. I'm telling you, this is the future. Okay. People, the majority of the country and the world are going to get their news from sources like this moving forward. And the grassroots efforts are huge because they're humble. They got humble beginnings. I know Doug and I do. You know, we never dreamed any of this. God has led us through this every bit of the way. And I think that, you know, I thank God for that. And two, I think that people who follow this movement and follow through with their grassroots efforts and come in truth to help other people could do big things. So, Christy, I wish you all the success in the world. And
Absolutely. If there's anything we can do to help your show, me and Mike will be right there for you all, you know, because it's all God wants us helping each other. You know what I mean?
Well, let me say one other thing, and then I'm going to tune into you guys and leave the studio. So,
okay.
I want to make this crystal clear. Unless you guys are booting me out of this threesome here, I'm not.
No.
But a bump.
Alrighty then.
I'm not going anywhere as far as wanting to be a part of what you guys do at all. I'm just saying that through different channels and the Froggy News Network, we've all been blessed to meet a lot of awesome people, and I've had some great conversations because we all have really good pieces of different information to bring to the table to offer to those people who are willing to listen. So I had a phone call that kind of just put some things in perspective that somebody was thinking about doing, that I was thinking about doing, and it really reminded me a lot of your all's relationship, how you guys connected and got this started. And we really felt like it was a total God thing because she doesn't even live around here in another state. This is all just talk right now. Okay. We're planning on some things happening at the beginning of June, but and bringing in a doctor as well, because I am not a doctor. But I want to make sure you guys know that what we will be bringing to the table is completely different than what the Froggy News Network has to offer.
Well, that's it. When you create your own show, you create your own idea, and then you spark off in that direction. And me and Michael appear on your show if you want.
I would like that.
Absolutely. All right,
Joey
Smith needs to go. Needs to go back to Mommy's basement.
I'm gonna tune in and leave, but thank you for letting me share. Be tuning in for some things as we get some things worked out. We'll make some announcements here, and any support that you guys can give us would be greatly appreciated.
Well, Christy,
goodbye, Joey Smith.
Joey's going back to Mommy's basement. No ice cream for dessert tonight. Polly Wanda too. All right, so thank you, Doug, for knocking that out. So, Christy, let me throw this at you.
Sure.
Obviously, we've got a big week coming up on the show ourselves on the Frog News Network. How about by next Saturday night, y'all put together a show and then join Doug and I on the 9:30, and let's see where it'll go.
What night is that? The 29th?
Yes, JFK's birthday.
Yep, I'm willing to do that. Let me talk to my partners in cahoots here, and that should be fine with me.
Okay.
If there's anything you need, you just let us know, and we'll help you out in any way we can. You're part of the family with us. You know that.
Yes.
Polly Wanda, did you get Polly Wanda?
All right, bye.
No, all I got was the one. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, sweetie. Good night. What's the other one, Mike?
Polly Wanda.
All right, I'm still looking. But anyways, guys, big things are coming up for the Frog News Network. Let me say this before we get into things. Wednesday, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I know that's kind of a crazy time, but if you're not watching us live, you can definitely watch it on the replay. We're going to have Kirsten W. on the show along with Gene Decode also. Crazy. It's a show you don't want to miss. Tomorrow night's not about Intel. Tomorrow night's about how did the coronavirus affect you or your business or your well-being. We're going to have Mark Victor Hansen on the show. He's sold over 500 million books on self-help, and we're going to interview him tomorrow night as well. So big things are really, really coming for the Frog News Network, and I'm just so excited in the direction that God's taking us. I get goosebumps talking about it. Another thing, as I mentioned earlier, we have new T-shirts out. If you guys need the link for that, let me know. I will send that over as well. And during the show, I will send over the Telegram group again. I think one of our administrators, I put 4 more on the job. We have over 3,000 people in our group now, but I think one of them closed it to private, so we'll have to take a look at that. I got some intels popping right now from our guy, Jeff. So let me see what he says. Go ahead, Mike, say something while I find him.
All right, so let me make it perfectly clear for everybody listening. This, without a shadow of a doubt, and saying which day or dates, is going to be a big week. We started the Pentecost today, okay? And we're going to share more about that later in the show here shortly from Melissa Redpeel, but it's very good information, and she's done a lot of the legwork for us, so there's no need to not let her share it with us from the video that she shared out. and it's very powerful information, guys, and it just gets more and more biblical from here. All right.
So I'm going to throw it'd be easy for me to say. I'm so excited. I'm going to throw this up on the screen, and
Okay.
this is from Jeff. Okay. Go on the screen. Attacks inside Iran. 3 weapons deployed near. How do you say that name? Latez or whatever.
Latans, yeah.
Okay, and we got one more from them, and I'll read this one. 3 people just turned states from Facebook. I don't understand. Is that state's evidence? I'm not sure.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
It's
so
3. Guys. It's 3 people. It's going to be 8. Remember, I talked about this briefly yesterday. I kind of hinted at it because I didn't really have time to back it up. And
yes,
make
he's
sure
saying that's with state evidence.
Yes.
So I mean, things are going to be happening at an alarming rate. And I just, like I said earlier, I believe in my heart that this will be a week that goes down in history. We don't give dates out anymore, but I'll let somebody else make a mistake, and I'll show you later on or whenever you want to do it and play a video that actually gives a date. And it might not be the date you want to hear, but it's not that far off. The people messed up and it kind of slipped out of their mouth. And then there is some more intel to explain what's actually going on in DC and what is the legal military way it's going to play out. We'll get to all that. Mike, I'll let you go ahead if you got anything to start us off with.
Yeah, so I want to finish being clear about things. Trump is going to come back, okay? And he really never left. He just depleted part of his role as president in order to take down the child trafficking thing with the military as commander-in-chief. He kept that role, which kept him in charge of foreign policy, okay? Kept him in charge of national security, and it's kept him in charge of being the commander-in-chief, the military, all right? People were asking last night questions in the group about the UN being in the airports. Guys, that's just a cover story, all right? A lot of what you see, stuff like that right now, the UN's been warned by not only Ezra White and Cohen and Chris Miller, but they've also been warned by Trump. If they really show up in the United States, it's going to be a sad day for them. It's going to be a sad day for them. They know that their end is near. NATO along with them. All that stuff is going away.
NATO's involved. They're part of the cabal.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
So is the UN.
They're all crooked as hell. They're all going down. It's the end of them.
Yes.
Like you said, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but
no problem.
It can't continue. The United Nations, probably in New York, will be the end of it.
So when you read a headline, guys, if it sounds absurd, it is absurd. And it's just part of the movie. It's just narrative. Y'all, I'm not holding anything against anybody. Several of you were asking what Nancy Pelosi was doing. May have been another group even that I was invited into. But they were asking, why is Nancy being allowed to do the things she's doing? She's not being allowed to do anything other than try to keep the narrative.
What to do.
Exactly. They're all being told what to do.
They've been told what to do since the inauguration.
Yes.
Ever since you've seen the agents telling her, don't say anything, move. They've been telling them what to do ever since then.
Stephen David needs to go back to mommy's basement.
Okay, as soon as I get him, he's out. He's going to mommy's basement. Continue.
Stephen David.
Gotcha.
All right. So, quit. I'm not saying quit, but question everything, but don't dive so deep on a lot of this stuff that's nothing more than a narrative in the movie. Okay? At this point, we all know for a fact the United States corporation is dissolved and gone. Absolutely. The United States Republic is standing and thriving and more, okay? So we all know that Trump will be eventually named officially in the public sphere, and I need to quit saying his name, I know, the 19th president of the United States, the Republic, okay? We all know that treason is abundant amongst the illegitimate Congress and Senate, okay? All right? One and the same, I guess. But treason is abundant. If treason is, sedition is, okay? They've committed it by being a part of the 2020 election and letting it happen. And also by being a part of squandering votes the wrong way, okay, or ballots or whatever we want to, the code name is the B word, the V word. So we also know that the the virus was very real, but the pandemic was nothing but a political farce. Okay, the vaccine is a mess right now. It's actually killing more people than COVID did. All right, and we're going to see all this evidence. Just remember, what you're seeing right now is a movie. So when the big scare event comes this week that you're going to hear about here a little bit in the show, when the big scare event comes, we're ready, we're prepared. I was invited to a group earlier today that was talking about how the food shortage, what to do about the food shortage. There's not going to be a food shortage. We may have a problem with getting food to certain areas. That's a delivery issue, though. Okay, and it's going to be temporary, much like the gas shortage was temporary. All right, but we have resources abundantly beyond our own means in this country. To think that we can continue to allow people to go hungry or be homeless is not going to continue to happen much longer. Okay, if the tyrannical government can give out $90,000 grants without making people pay it back, to be sure we can do something about eating, people going hungry, kids being trafficked, homeless, the homeless situation. Guys, God is making this a humanitarian thing. Evil is being removed from this earth. And he's showing you how abundantly you're going to live day by day, minute by minute. He's not bound by that time. Only we are.
Right.
Okay.
I got some more breaking news from Jeff.
Okay, go ahead.
If he gets any more, he's coming on the damn show.
All right.
Just received info that NSA report tabulates 50 routers were tied to Maricopa County hammer and scorecard used.
Okay, hammer and scorecard. A lot of you may not know the hammer and scorecard story, okay?
Computer program.
I would need to go back to my looks. It is definitely a computer program, okay? And it happened, hammer and scorecard was created a long time ago, all right? But it was used and stolen from the NSA through a back door by the CIA, C_A. All right. I need to be careful. We need to be careful saying that.
Yeah, we got to be careful what we say about the E.
Yes. And it was used in the E. It was used in the Russia hoax. It was used in a lot of different things. Okay. But the E is the one that they had no cover for. They weren't pardoned by Obama. They weren't, there was nothing to stop them, the military and 19 or 45 from bringing suit against them or a solid case against them because they weren't protected anymore. All right. A lot of the crimes that they got away with, like Benghazi and the email server and stuff, they were protected by Obama's pardon that he quietly did at the end of his last term. Okay, and eventually all that's going to be wiped out as well once they prove he's not even a citizen of the U.S. All right? I mean, it's been proven. It just hasn't been put out in its public sphere like it should have been.
Absolutely.
The lady that was bringing the birth certificate over from Hawaii, the actual birth certificate to show that it was a fraud, was killed in a plane crash. They drowned her. She didn't die in the plane crash. When they discovered she lived, and they drowned her in the ocean where the plane crashed into. All right. I mean, it's a horrific story, but
Bro,
there's
bombarded by trolls tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Does Jeff want to come on the show? Does he got anything else to share?
I'll tell you what.
I can keep letting it rip, buddy.
Go, keep on going, bro. Keep on going. He just sent me them 3 things. Okay. If he wanted to come on, he'd let me know. All
right, so let's get back to the little bit of the bit of the Pentecost since it's most current right now, okay? And I'll let you take over and get that started.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the little boy's room right quick.
All right, guys. I've been hearing some stuff today that Mike's already seen, so I'm gonna share it. and I want y'all to see this. It's going to take probably both videos around probably around 10 minutes, a little more. So just hang tight. But both videos are tremendous. You might have seen them. Some of the people have probably not seen them. So let me get over here to here. I'm going to play this one.
I understand we're taking a break for graduations, and remember, it's going to take as long as it takes. And if what they found so far with under 20% of the ballots,
they have more time.
Take your time. We got the canvas due. We're in no hurry, right? We're going to get it done. We got to get it done for the August 15th.
Oh, I see what you did there. And by the way, 60% off accusing sheets.
No, you better book Trump Hotel right now. Okay. We're going to be doing a live broadcast. Mike Lindell, Boris.
Oh, no. Fine, I mean, too. MAGA.
So you heard what he just said there, right? The inauguration is August 15th. Now I'm going to go to this one. This will explain what's going on in Washington, D.C. this week. What happened? There she is.
Hey, Patriots, did you see this? Thank you to...
Let me come out of this and see if I can turn the volume up, okay? Give me a second. I'm going to turn my volume. Hopefully you can hear it on your computer.
Hey, Patriots, did you see this? Thank you to Sherry Nunya, who shared this on the comment section. The National Guard to end deployment in D.C. This was just announced. It was posted today at 11:15, probably announced at 11:11 on the 23rd of May. This is checkmate. This is the Pentecost. This is Shavuot. Okay. Then we've been counting the Omer, right? And we're like, what's going to happen? Are we going to have tongues of fire on our heads? And are we going to speak in languages people understand? Well, this is what it says. The National Guard's deployment in Washington, D.C. will end Sunday after troops were called to the Capitol following the January 6th riot. Okay, because we know that what happened on January 6th was that they began the military occupation of D.C. to show with overwhelming force that we are taking our country back. That's what this is about, okay? And so this is what is so cool about this. Let me see if I can take you to the Department of Defense War Manual. It says that at 11.11.8, protected persons, let me read this whole thing. Disposition of accused and convicted protected persons upon the close of occupation. This is the close of occupation as of today on Pentecost. Okay? Protected persons who have been accused of offenses or convicted by courts in occupied territory shall be handed over at the close of occupation. Did y'all hear that? With relevant records to the authorities of the liberated territory. Do you hear that? That means as of this close, y'all, it sounds like this rests. That's what it says. They said that this is the close of occupation. They said that at the close of occupations, then these accused or convicted people will be handed over to the handed over. Let's see, what does it say? Protected persons shall be handed over at the close of occupation to the authorities. Okay, to the authorities of the liberated territory. Y'all, this is what it sounds like is happening. This is what is happening. This is happening. All right, so that is the first thing. So I'm like, wait. What that means? Okay, so this is the thing. They're starting today, and then actually Shavuot goes for 2 days because the way that they did it in the history was if someone was outside of the country, they wanted to make sure that they were celebrating it on the right day. So they said, well, we'll just do it 2 days. We'll do it both days, and then we'll know. So the end. Remember how I was telling you about when Pentecost had fully come. So what do you mean by that? It means that the second day. So you know you've hit it. It is the first day of Pentecost or the second day of Pentecost. Bottom line, this is the end of occupation, and they will be going home tomorrow. But more importantly, the end of occupation and the beginning of arrests. Really, okay. And the other thing is, okay, 11.12.2. Check this one out. Departure of protected persons who are not nationals of the state whose territory is occupied. What does that mean? This says someone who does not happen to be a national of America, okay? As in Barack Obama. He's not a national because we know he's Kenyan, right? Protected persons who are not nationals of the state whose territory is occupied may avail themselves of the right to leave occupied territory subject to the provisions of Article 35 of the Geneva Conventions. This is all in the Department of Defense War Manual based upon the Geneva Conventions of how you operate an occupation. This is amazing. Okay, so then, okay, I want to show y'all this. This is the Telegram app, okay, where I was showing this picture. I put this on the Telegram. If you're not part of a Telegram, you definitely need to join Freedom Force Battalion QAnon. So this is the picture that the president put out, and you can't see it on this one. Hang on, let me try to get this one. Look at this one. This is where, I don't know if I can still see it.
I'm going to stop it there. Come back to the show. But that's pretty powerful stuff right there, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. And to clear up a little bit of what she was saying about the Pentecost guys, it was celebrated in history as a 2-day event. Okay. And then she's talking about surrounding the Pentecost is the occupation, the illegal occupation going on at the Capitol building with the illegitimate government. Okay. So it's time for arrests to start showing up in the public sphere. We happen to be awake enough to know that arrests have already started and have happened all along. But now the public is getting ready to start finding out about them through the Pentecost.
I would say it's time to unseal some sealed indictments there, Michael.
Absolutely. Durham's getting ready to bring the pain.
Somebody said, what the heck did she just say? Didn't you pay attention? I guess me and Mike have watched that and been through that whole thing of war thing since about 4 months.
Yeah, we've ripped that book entirely apart. Yeah. All right, so she's talking about if you have access to, which at one time it was in the Telegram group, but if you have access to the Code of War that the military has, which is online, it's easy to get. It's not hidden from you or anything. But in a Q drops, we were given what we thought was dates at the beginning, and we decoded it wrong. And we finally dug deeper in 11.3, 11.3, 11.4, and nobody ever talked about 11.11. Okay. Well, 11.11 is explaining the Pentecost and the illegitimate occupations in government that the military is going to be responsible for taking down.
In short, what she said, guys, is, and let me break it down for you like this. 45 has always said he would do nothing unless it was completely legal and by the book.
Right.
You just seen the book. And everything that's happened from the surrounding defense around Washington, D.C., that was occupying it, okay? That was the start of it. When the troops leave, the fence went down. Now they're not occupying it. They rule it. So what that means is the troops go away and the arrests start. They've already been arrested, but what's going to happen is now it's going to go public. That's why I said this week will probably go down in this country's history. And as you've seen that Steve Whoops said that August the 15th would be the new inauguration of 45. If you don't know who Steve Bannon is, he used to be the political advisor for the 45. When he first started out, he used to run Politico, didn't he? Or something like some kind of think tank he used to run. He's a very, very smart guy.
All right. So a lot of you or some of you are talking about seeing things publicly. And guys, you're right now. How many people on the stream, Doug?
We're getting ready to hit 12,000.
Okay, so we're on top of 12,000 people. I guarantee if Fox or Right Side Broadcasting or somebody like that was having a news show at the same time, we would have more people watching us than watching them.
Absolutely. But the thing is, and don't forget, guys, like this. I know you're all on YouTube now because I can't even stream on Facebook anymore, but we're going to continue to use Facebook as much as I can anyway. I'm going to start utilizing Telegram a lot more and be a lot more involved in the Telegram part of this. But just please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification button. That way you'll always get notified when we go live. Also, there's something I want to share with our listeners. We're getting, I don't know how to put it. The last 4 days, we have got 0 views. And that's not according to our last 4 days in videos. We've had over 200,000 views. So they haven't put on our channel though, but I want to congratulate all our Frogonites, because even though they won't show it probably till tomorrow, we're over 1 million views now. That's totally crazy. More than we ever thought at all possible when me and Mike and I originally told him he was nuts and they were going to come lock him up in black suits and helicopters were going to come get him. We've come a long, long way. But we're just trying to get the word of the news, the truth of the news, and get people prepared for what's about to happen, because it's gonna shock the world, not just the country, what's about to happen, because all this information has been withheld back from you like you were too stupid to understand it, and it's all going to be exposed, and it's just an incredible time to be alive, Mike, right?
Absolutely. It's a very incredible time to witness the miracles of God. Okay? The things that he's promised, like removing evil from the earth, is actually happening before us. And those that are increasing their ability, along with all of us, to think beyond what's been normal and see it, in other words, awake, and see it with their very own eyes and build their relationship with God, and he's showing you and telling you, then it's a very, very, very exciting time to be alive.
I just want to give a shout out real quick to Kathy. I'm pretty sure Kathy Pearl is one of our most active administrators in the Telegram group.
Kathy.
And the other ladies in there, if you mess with them girls, they'll hurt you. They don't play in the group. They do a good job, and I want to say thank you to all administrators.
I want to talk to Bobby Winters and say thank you, Enid, Oklahoma. Thank you for joining the show each and every night.
Adam Schiff is probably pushing up daisies at this point. At the moment that 45 called him pencil neck, he had been replaced by a clone. He has no neck. He has a short neck, the original.
All right, so a little bit about Adam Schiff. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. Adam Schiff was involved in the satanic ritual stuff through a hotel in San Diego, I believe it was.
Yes, sir.
And, what was the name of that hotel, Doug?
I don't know, but somebody tell us in the chat. I'm sure they remember. It was the same hotel that the chef was doing some underground information, and he was in the room next door, Mike, and seen them. He had got the kid so drunk. I'm not drunk, but so doped up that the kid died. And then the cleanup team came, and this guy seen it, the chef dude that was going to expose it, and they killed him and hung him from the doorknob too. I can't remember. Starlight Hotel.
No, Standard.
Standard, yes.
Yeah, the Standard Hotel.
Pedophilia and underground tunnels as well.
There was also an investigation into all that, guys, and the guy that was investigating it happened to die in a helicopter crash out there, right at the hotel. The manager was about on that helicopter as well. She was talking, or he was talking, and turning state's evidence as well, and died. Okay. In that helicopter crash as well. So there's a lot of evilness in Adam Schiff and his takedown, and you will learn every detail because they're gonna share it with you.
Yes, they will. I'm just grabbing something real quick. Keep talking.
But the child trafficking and satanic rituals is what they've been working so hard to uncover while the election stuff comes forward. I mean, the the E stuff.
It's okay. We just can't go into detail about it anymore.
Okay.
But here's the thing: is know that down in Georgia, they want to relook at some things down there.
Yes,
If they
and
were absent, that's
that
all.
was
They
ordered
just
by
wanna
one
look
of
at them. And evidently, the paper's made out of something else and not the same paper at all as the paper that the originals came on. And that's as far as I can go with that. But that's big stuff. The next big thing you're going to see, even if it goes after Arizona, is going to be Michigan, Wisconsin, New Hampshire. All these things are going on. As I mentioned last night, the Secretary of State, the Assistant Secretary of State, was led out of the room where they were doing the audit because the cameras went down and the sheriffs went and investigated why, found them messing with the files and the computers, arrested her ass. So things are going down. Just because you don't hear them on mainstream media doesn't mean it's not happening, okay? There'll be no doubt when this is all over that this was all fraud. There'll be no doubt. Everybody, like we said, everybody ain't awake, but after they see what happens this week and the up and coming weeks, it'll be more and more and more people will be awake to the idea of what's going on, not only with what happened with, the count, let's call it, but what's going on our country with the Satanism, the adrenochrome, and everything else.
the child trafficking. Yes,
and
Kobe Bryant.
that.
Kobe Bryant was at the Standard Hotel. We do know that. I don't know at what time frame, but I do know he was involved in it somewhere.
The devil went down to Georgia.
Yes.
Kobe was no saint. That's what I don't know nothing about that.
Yep. All I know is he's involved in the Standard Hotel in some form or fashion.
So what else I gathered from what that lady said, and what's her name again, Mike? Because I forgot. She's really a nice lady.
Melissa Redpill.
Melissa Redpill.
Put the video in the Telegram.
Look for Obama to try to leave the country.
Yes.
Because he's his chance to get out.
He's already
not going to let him leave, but look for him to stop him at the airport or something like
just
that.
After his last few days, he went to Kenya and set it all up.
But the bottom line is he's already been taken care of.
Yes.
But now we're going to have to, like we said before, that a lot of what you're seeing already happened. So when you get ready to see, and it comes out on mainstream media, it probably happened a year and a half ago, but they're going to act like it just happened tomorrow or the day after. But it happened a long time ago, but it's just part of the movie. Who will be part of the first arrest? We heard the first arrest will shock the world. Would it shock the world to find out that the former president was arrested? Would it shock the world to find out that the Pope was arrested? Would it shock the world to find all these things out? I mean, there's so many of them that could shock the world, but that's two big ones right there, the Pope and the former president.
We don't know if Kobe was a part of the Illuminati, but there is a chance yes and a chance no. In black magic, kids used as seers are called columns or clums. Hence, City of the District of Columbia. C_A running drugs out of Columbia and MK Ultra's first mass murder of innocents in Columbine. Wow.
Say that again, Mike. I was hearing you reading, but I was
Special Ops Snipers U.S. Army's comment. Scroll up and find it.
U.S. His name's U.S. Ops.
Special Ops.
Special Ops.
In black magic, kids used as seers are called columns.
I can't find it.
Columns.
Let me keep looking.
1013 in the 1013 range. 1013 p.m.
Well, there's about 100 posts at 1013.
Yes, sir.
I'm a looking.
Schiff also, just so you know, you'll find out that he also beat one of his boyfriends to death.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. There's just, I only can go back so far. Yeah, I don't see him, so
Okay.
keep on going.
All right, so yeah, the real
Here
Obama.
it is. Is that what you just read?
Yes, sir. There, he reposted it for us.
Thank you. And Black Magic kids were used as seers. What are seers?
Kids.
Okay. Called clones. Hence the city district of Columbia. CIA is running drugs out of Columbia, and MK Ultra's first mass murder under innocence of Columbine. That's crazy, man.
They say Schiff was a shapeshifter. Some people are reporting.
Mike, it's official.
What's that?
We just broke a record. 13,000 on the stream.
Woo!
Thank
Yes.
you guys. We love
He-
you. I mean, we appreciate it, man.
Fence is either dead. Go ahead, keep going, Doug. I'm sorry.
13,118 people currently on our stream. No, guys, when we say that, that means all three of our streams. I have 3 streams going. So if you're on one of them and it says there's so many on, that's all 3 of them combined.
Fence is either dead or awaiting tribunal. Big Mike is pushing up daisies. He and Obama outed each other. And
Obama's on his
in
second
2019 yeah, Obama's on his second clone. The first one tried to escape through Canada and then Dums.
We're all in this together. You can best believe that. God bless America. Amen. What is y'all's telegram? All right, I'm fixing to put it in the group again. Well, I haven't tonight, but I'm going to put it in right now. Our telegram.
Okay, this is my belief about Trump's choice of VP when it all goes down and is announced. I think that he's going to choose because the government, the illegitimate government that's supposedly at the Capitol, is going to be non-existent. Because we had a vote, there'll be a vote to get another Congress and Senate in the House, and it'll be a lot smaller federal government than what we're used to.
Yes, sir. They're talking. I thought I seen in several articles that it's going to go from thousands down to like 50 or 60 people that run our whole government.
Yeah.
And
I don't know about 50. It's going to be a little bit more.
Lifetime terms.
Now we're talking about the federal government.
Yes. Hello from Las Vegas. How you doing? We think that JFK is alive, pretty much. Not guaranteed, but it's pretty high up there. When me and Mike first started, he told me I was crazy when I said that, but the more and more we see they're leaking pictures of him currently. So, and they're not doctored pictures. That looks like real pictures. Eating popcorn with cheddar cheese, Mike. When are the blackouts? Who knows?
Okay, so
That's
a good question, guys. We don't know when the blackouts are going to be, but someone asked, why would a clone run? A clone is inserted with so much of the brain matter or the brain DNA from the original host.
So there's 2 different kinds of clones. There's reptilian clones, which are small aliens, were about 18 inches tall, and they have a needle in their forehead that they can extend out, and it has like all the cells in their body in it, and it can insert it. That's where into their eye, and their eye turns black, and the reptilian takes over their body within a matter of minutes. That person is actually dead, and the reptilian is controlling their body. That's when you see the snake eyes on people. The other clones are not like that. They're actually cloned, and they've grown them inside cows, human fetuses. They've grown them inside test tubes. They've done it every kind of way, and they can bring them up to the same age that they currently are too. So there's several different ways, but clones never work 100% like the real person. They're never as smart, and the reptilian clones, from what I hear, only last 1 or 2 years. And reptilians, sad to say, they have to consume human flesh. That's not a good thing, but it's the truth. Lost sound. Well, turn it on. Clones don't live long at all.
Okay, so you don't understand why they needed to use clones? Because they didn't want the entire public to know what was going on behind the scenes. So they put a clone or an actor or a double, body double, in the place of the people that they've taken out.
They never do anything unless they showed you first.
Right.
Did they not show you in all the Mission Impossible movies that they could put masks on people and make them talk like anybody they wanted? We thought it was crazy and a joke. It's actually real. That they can put these masks on and insert a chip in the back of their throat where they talk identical to the person and they look identical to the person. But sometimes you'll see they're a little taller, a little heavier, but it's just crazy. But we've heard that the actors currently playing Biden have got their end date. We don't know when that is, but they were issued their end date. That means they will no longer be necessary. My guess is that he will be taken out by the 25th. They'll try to put Bob Marley in office. Bob Marley can't come in office because she is an anchor baby. And then we'll just have to find out who would be next. I heard it would be Grassley and not Pelosi. And Grassley's a good guy, right, Mike?
Yes. I actually think that the interim voice right now is Rick Grinnell. That leaked out about a month or so ago, and Rick Grinnell has also given some interviews recently in the mainstream with some very important words amongst the things that he had to say. So it could be either way, guys. We will find out. I do know this for a fact, and many of us know this for a fact. Trump's not going to do it unless it's going to turn out to be transparent and all of it revealed.
An anchor baby means if you're going to run for president or vice president of the United States of America, both your parents have to be born in this country. Bob Marley, our current vice, neither one of her family was born in this country. No mom and dad were not born in this country.
It is my belief that November the 11th, the JFK Jr., if he's alive, was sworn in as the VP for 19. On November 11th, 2020.
All right, that's it. I'm giving him a link. He's just killing me with this stuff. All right, I'm going to give you a link. Come on the show, man. You might as well just come on, Jeff. He's our on-the-spot guy, reporter at large. How's that?
Secretary of Defense has already been picked, and who is acting now. The guy that Biden supposedly has in place is just a figurehead.
Jeff, if you're able to come on, I sent you a link.
Chris Miller.
Come on, guys. Keep liking it and sharing this. I want to bust the heck out of our record. You say 6,600. I'm looking at 13,700. That's just on the one channel you're on. Whoever's watching it says 6,600. We have 2 channels going wide, 3 channels going wide open right now on YouTube.
It is our
three different places.
It is our understanding that George Floyd is alive, and it was just more than arrested. Nothing more than arrested recently.
Hey, here's the thing, guys, that I heard from excuse me, David Rodriguez. He had talked with some high-level people that they recognize Biden as the president of the United States Incorporated. The commander-in-chief of this country is 45. What does that tell you? One person is playing somebody on TV, like you'll see on TV. I'm not a real doctor, but I play one on TV. That's Biden, and the real person is 45. So that makes it a little easier for you to understand.
I do not believe Rush is alive.
No, I think he was in bad shape. Telegram link. Okay, let me see if I got that. Here he is. Here's our on-the-spot reporter. A reporter at large. Here he is. Let me put him up there.
Jeff in the house.
What up, baby?
All right.
What do you know? What do you say? What do you know?
So
It's
the
gonna be a
video
biblical
with
week,
the
isn't it, brother? I'm sorry.
with the ultraviolet ray. Remember we were seeing with them doing the ballots. it was just sent to me that in the last few hours of E-Night, they brought in folding machines to help process more ballots because they were running out of time. So they were having these machines fold them and stuff them in envelopes.
Wow.
To try to make it look like they were mailed.
Wow. And I
So-
guarantee you they can take them and look at them to see if the machine did the same
Perfect
fold
creases. Yes.
every time. It's going to be told then. Wow, that's big stuff.
I was also told that this is already done.
Wow. Yeah. As you know, we discussed earlier on the show that Steve Bannon accidentally let the cat out of the bag there. That
August 15th.
15th would be the new inauguration. And we're actually, me and Mike have been pretty much on this from the start, that the defense 11.1, 11.2, it is now the surrender. I mean, we're taking all the troops out, so the occupation is over. It's time for the arrest warrants to go out, the indictments to be unsealed, and all the people that's already been arrested. I think this is going to be a week, just my opinion, of course, which don't mean much, but my opinion is this will be a week to go down in history in our country.
Yeah, well, I was told Thursday that the Pentagon sent official notice to Congress that all troops are being removed, and one of the individuals high up threw an absolute fit that they had to be removed from the room.
Well, that's because they're no longer protected by any kind of military now. Now
Correct.
The real military comes in, not the National Guard, which probably some of the National Guard was the real military anyway, the Marine Division. Right. But now I just think it's time for Barr to step in, or the Durham report to come out. Something big. Okay. I feel like inside me is about to that's about to happen.
President Trump released a statement about the Durham report. Guys, we have to remember that he's not there to do a report. He's there to take action. Okay? It's not going to be a report like we saw with the Russia hoax. It's going to be, these indictments have already started. They've convened the grand jury, and tribunals have started.
Crazy.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's more and more stuff coming out, and it's not a drip anymore.
It's pretty much a faucet at this point.
Right. Yeah, and I do like your assessment where people are going to start seeing stuff that's already occurred, and it's going to be played out because there are going to be security issues.
What do you mean by security issues?
If people see certain individuals being walked out of certain buildings,
they're going to try to kill them.
Yes.
Well, and that's why I think they've kept them in the buses and behind tinted windows the whole time. So definitely when we heard in the drops from Q that they won't be able to walk down the street, this is pretty much true, because when the things come out that they've done to our country and the treasonous things they've done, not only to our country, but to children and trafficking and adrenochrome, people will want to rip them apart right in the streets, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. Hey, so this is totally off topic.
Okay.
In a sense. Did you see the new NASA footage from Mars?
The one with the rat on it?
The statues?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. NASA put out a video 12 hours ago from the probe, or the rover that's on Mars.
Uh-huh.
And as it pans, you see like statue figures. This guy did a video where he slowed everything down and was pointing them out. I think this is the start to red pill people.
What, they seen statues, so it was showing that it was all fake?
Yeah, like a statue with a big nose where it was laying down in the sand dune. Yeah.
We all know that NASA's taking their money instead of sending people to the moon. They created a bunch of DOMs and underground bases with the trillions of dollars that they were supposedly using to go to outer space.
If you look at the footprint that supposedly is there in the Smithsonian of the first step on the moon, and the footprint that's actually pictured and in the history realms, they're two different footprints, guys. They're not. They don't match one another.
Right.
When that guy Buzz, a little kid, asked him about going to the moon, he just comes out and says, "We never went to the moon," and it does the Illuminati thing. I mean, what are people waiting on? Did they think he's just going, "It's okay"? No, he's making the sign of the Illuminati and telling you they never went to the moon.
And when Trump
at least
asked,
not on a rocket.
and
Now
Trump,
they've been to the moon on anti-gravity aircraft.
craft, right?
And aliens live on the dark side of the moon. Remember Pink Floyd?
That's
They
what I
live on
wanted.
Mars too.
Trump has
the
asked.
Space is on Mars with the secret space program. From
Trump has
what I've
asked.
heard, but what do I know?
Trump has
just down
asked the
this
leaders,
rabbit
Doug.
hole.
Listen, Trump has asked the leaders on live TV, where are the plans of the rocket and stuff that they took to the moon? And NASA's response, these leaders, we lost them.
Say what?
We lost them.
And then you see if you
Millions of taxpayer dollars just lost.
Yeah. Well, and then if you go on NASA's website, and it used to be you could look up how they were going to destroy mankind. It was on there. They had the whole plan was on NASA's website because they have to disclose what they're about to do every time.
As part of their, their religion.
Yeah. Mission Impossible. We can make anybody look like anybody and talk like anybody. Right?
Yep. Right. Yeah, when Bill Cosby talked about pulling a man's bottom lip over the top of his head, it wasn't just a joke, guys. He was telling you.
Doug, quit interrupting. Thanks. Maybe you could get your own show. Meat hammers work harder. I don't know what that one is, but anyways, I believe this week right here is going to be biblical, guys. It's really going to be big.
And how about these people from Facebook? I bet you they didn't see that coming.
No.
Well, you heard what they did to me this week.
I kind of let some of that out last night, but I had I didn't follow through on it because I didn't know exactly what it was saying. But the 3 is just now. It's going to be a total of 8.
Yeah, they did confirm to me that 3 of them.
Yeah.
And what they're about ready to spill, Facebook might not be around too much longer.
Okay, to give you some.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Facebook, what, Doug?
Facebook has me in the witness protection program. I've never seen anything like it. Honestly, I heard it getting suspended for a day, a week, a month. Sometimes you have to appeal it. Mike's seen the email they sent me. You will not be reinstated. There'll be no further emails. You're gone. There isn't even a trace I was ever alive on Facebook. They took me down last week. Like I said, I'm in the witness protection program.
Oh, so I guess people must have joined late. So there are, I was told 3, Mike was told 8. Mike's probably over the target that turn state's evidence to the military.
Yes.
Because there was a month, and this may have happened 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's just now being dripped out to us. Because 4 weeks ago, I was told that there was some individuals that went into Facebook late at night and kind of did some snatch and grabs.
Kind of like we saw on January 6th.
Yeah, and the people that were picked up were high up, and they were given a deal. You either speak or you get to go see a judge and not a court judge.
Yeah.
What did my boy Robert Davis steal?
Some backstory. Let me give you some backstory on Facebook, guys, okay? A lot of you may or may not be aware, okay, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware, but Zuckerberg never created Facebook while drinking beer in his college dorm. Okay, it was done by a C_A IT guy. Okay, back then, and robbed from him and given to Zuckerberg through the Cabal family, which Zuckerberg is in that bloodline. Okay, Zuckerberg's probably not his real name. All right. Benny is the actual creator of what we know as Facebook. Okay, and you'll see in the quantum stuff when the quantum internet comes out, his creation of social media. All right, because it's there now. Benny and Mary Fannin can tell the story very well because Mary Fannin was there reporting all this from the very beginning of all this. Okay, so if you look up Mary Fannin, and even General McInerney is aware of all this as well. So you can look up the Mary Fannin and go back to the beginning. AIM, American Intelligence Media. Okay, is a good channel to see all that backstory on.
And here's the thing: when General McInerney spilled the beans, it was at Christmas time.
Yes,
at the White House to some Christian pool reporters. At the same night that Trump wasn't in Washington, he was at Mar-a-Lago.
Right.
And General McInerney's still around, so if it was all BS, I think they would have knocked him off by now.
Well, look, what sense would it make for a retired general with those kind of credentials to jump on in front of so many people and have such a vast audience because of his credentials and his name, and ruin it by saying stupid shit? You know, what he says is the truth.
Absolutely, I agree 110%.
All right, guys. I think that's all I got for tonight.
So, collaborate. Let me tell them, Jeff, while you're on here. Some of the hammer and scorecard just came back to me because that also has been reported by AIM Intelligent Media when it first started happening. When it was stolen in Obama sold it to China and the rest of the world.
Through Jim
Comey sold that.
James Comey. Yeah. Well, Obama signified and made it okay for him to do that.
Right. And when the time is right, I'll be able to let you know of one person, maybe not by name, that was in the room when that was discussed. And that person, when all this started to come out, was moved somewhere where he couldn't be touched.
Well, thanks for hopping on with us, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Phil McConnell.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank you, bud. Thanks, Jeff, for coming on our on-the-spot reporter. He's got great intelligence. Former SEAL Team 1, worked in several different 3-letter agencies. Really nice guy. Thank you, Jeff, so much. Thank you. Always love to have him on the show. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow night, Mark Victor Hansen is coming on the show and promote his book. Is called Ask. If you don't ask for something, you can't receive it, right, Mike? And he does a lot of self-help stuff. If you've been struggling the last year, the show won't be about Intel tomorrow night. It's about how has the virus affected you or your business or you personally, and how you can get back to your groove, kind of. So that'll be the show tomorrow night. Wednesday afternoon, okay, guys, we got a show with Kirsten W. and Gene Decode. You won't want to miss that show. That's going to set records as well. We're so blessed the way the show is heading. I alluded to this earlier in the show. It's because of you guys and God. It's not because of us. He's taken us down this road to share information with you guys that you can't get on TV. You can't get anywhere else. But, I'm sure there's other avenues you can get information. But we're so glad that you Frogonites are with us. I just want to remind you guys on both of our YouTube channels, we have donation buttons. If you'd like to donate to the cause, thank you. If you don't, that's entirely up to you too. We have new t-shirts out that are in the Telegram group. If you're interested, just made some new ones today that look amazing that we got coming out. They've been selling like hotcakes all day. Thirdly, and this will be the last plug, okay? Thirdly, if you're interested in the X39 patches, get in touch with me and Mike, either on Facebook or Telegram. We've created a group. We'll send you over there and tell you all about these great patches that with stem cell technology that really can help you out. Starting tomorrow, Doug starts wearing them. I just didn't want anything on me until I'm feeling really good now. So I'm going to put him on and feel even better. And I'll give you updates on them as well. But, you know, things are going great right now.
Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will have a Zoom for the X39 patches, guys.
Okay.
So you want to get in that group so you can get that Zoom link.
Just let us know.
All right. Telegram channel, Christy, if you're still on, will you put the Telegram channel link in the chat for everybody, please? We need to work on a few more moderators, especially on YouTube. The trolls are way out of control tonight.
Yeah, I wish there was some kind of troll software you could buy. I bet I kicked 30 people out tonight, at least. And they're coming back like they got reinforcements.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. Special ops that General McInerney actually holds the football.
Is there anything else, guys, you want to ask questions or anything? Let us know, and we'll stay on a little bit longer. As you know, we've been on for about a week straight without a day off, but we're coming to you every night, and we'll be again on tomorrow night.
How many is on? How many is on, Doug?
We're down to 13,700. Like down to one time we almost hit 16,000. We were like,
wow.
I was waiting for it to hit 16. We're like 15,993, and I was getting ready to take a picture. And once I guess Jeff has a following, once he left, it dropped 3,000 people. No, I'm just kidding.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's bow our heads and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you again for another day and the many blessings that you bestowed upon us. Dear Heavenly Father, we also thank you for the discernment and the gift of discernment that you're allowing each and every one of us wake people to see the miracles happen on earth as evil leaves it as you promised. Father, we ask that you continue to protect our kids and protect the kids of the earth and the land, and lead us to helping them and getting their lives going back right as they're the future in all humanity. So we thank you, and we are graciously ask that you continue to lead us through this. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen to that. Hey, guys, if we just help one person tonight understand what's going on, we feel like we've done our job. Know that this is a place to come share your intel, your ideas, and your questions without being ridiculed. This is a place that God wants us all to come together. This is what he wants. And it's in his favor why the show is growing to where, and it's grown to where it is. And it's going to take us to other great places too, so we can share more and more, because more people need to be awakened to what's going on in the world today. I just feel that's really, really big. And we love all y'all. We thank y'all so much for coming on the show, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.